GM. Welcome back to Weekly Chart Request, where we go through your crypto submissions in the Lambo Lounge server. So starting off with BTC, the analysis from last week was that on the high time frame, the current market bias is neutral, which remains valid. The key takeaways were that a sweep into the 50K region is very much possible, which we did so during last week, and more on that to follow on the next slide. The key takeaways from here is that we have a strong accumulation value at these prices, and from here it's the game of patience for those who want to invest in BTC. And I do recommend the focus should be on accumulation rather than actively trading BTC on the medium/low time frame, unless high probability setups do present themselves. So moving on to the low time frame for BTC, the current market bias is bearish. So after that return back into that demand zone, which we highlighted is very possible last week, we've seen that obviously held, and on that initial touch, we've seen a strong reaction and a rotation back to these local swing highs. So this is the 1 hour chart for BTC. We now are trading in this supply zone around 63K, where I am on the low time frame looking for potential shorts from here. And if there is no confirmation, of course, of that distribution, local distribution and the low time frame for BTC, I will not be taking any trades. But the bias is bearish, and I am expecting a rotation back to the lows going into next week and the following week for BTC. Next, we have Solana, which from last week's analysis, which is on the screen at the moment, the bias was neutral. But the key takeaways from the chart we took was the reaction at the lows has been very good, and there was expectation for Solana to lead on any upside movement. And if we consolidate here and stay above the range low, Solana should be ready for a big move, which looking into this week, that did play out. So we can see that for Solana, we have switched the bias to bullish now, and it is looking like a very clean setup. This price action locally gives me strong conviction that a local bottom is in, and even if BTC is bearish on the low time frame / medium time frame, I think Solana will trade sideways at high prices. And if there is any potential big moves overall in the market, which is bullish, I expect Solana to take the lead. So on the back of that, my current target is the range high for Solana around that $108 mark. However, I do expect expansion above that further once we get to that range high, which should be the first target for now. But Solana is looking very clean, and over the past few chart requests, we have been monitoring Solana closely, and it is playing out very nice. Next, we've got Bitcoin Cash as one of the crypto submissions, which on the high time frame, so this is the monthly chart, it is looking pretty cooked, and this monthly candle close below this range low. This market structure range, this market structure low is confirmation of this potential downtrend moving forward. So you can see on the monthly chart for Bitcoin Cash, there has been a lot of sideways movement, but this breaker structure now does confirm that there is the potential for more downside on Bitcoin Cash moving forward. So I would recommend staying clear of Bitcoin Cash unless there is opportunities on the medium/low time frame, which I did not identify for now and did not include in this analysis because I did not see any potential high probability setups. But on the macro, it is looking very bearish, and hence the bias is bearish for now. Last but not least, we've got this crypto submission for SOLANGELES. So the key takeaways for this, looking at the high time frame once again, there is a bullish high time frame market structure setting up here with higher highs and potentially higher lows. So moving forward, the key level on the chart we have marked out is our invalidation. So this is the market structure low, which needs to be broken in order to break this uptrend we are seeing on this coin on the high time frame. The current bias is actually neutral, even though we have this bullish structure, and that is purely because of risk management. So what you want to see is on the medium/low time frame, you want to see a potential pivot point, which will form that high time frame lower, higher low, and that way you can see a potential continuation for this coin. However, for now, we'll keep the bias as neutral and continually monitor this market structure low, and staying above that is very good news for this coin, and there is a potential continuation of this raising channel as long as this structure stays intact. So a short video in this week's chart request. As usual, we will be back next week to analyze your crypto submissions. So if you are not in the Lambo Lounge server, I do highly recommend that you join the server with the link in the bio. It is completely free. There is much more than what we offer on this YouTube channel. So in terms of investing and the algo section, as well as DeFi and trading. So I do highly recommend that you do join. And for now, I will leave it at that and catch you on the next one. GM.